Paraguay. Let's go exactly in the detail how those people live. But first, let's go some numbers. Paraguay, it's around 7 million people here and rising, as you can see, but the growing rate slows down, and pretty soon I would say they're going to have a down trajectory. But now they stay very well above 1% so far. Now, 1955, around 1.6, 1.7 million people living in this place with a growing rate about 2.2%. 35,000 people net increase with minus 16,000 in migration. Median age around 15 years old. One of those nonsense fertility rate here, not that we saw in Uruguay, 6.5, insane. And urban population around 35%, let's go like that. Now, 2025, the population grew tremendously. Now there are more than 7 million people in this country with a growing rate about 1.2%. That would be like 83,000 people net increase in population, with still minus migration around minus 12,000 people. Median age now 27 years old. Fertility rate much more manageable, 2.4, and urban population around 68%. Now, in the future, they say by 2050 the population is going to go around 8.6 million people. Growing rate around 0.6%. That will be roughly around 51,000 people. Migration still on minus almost 10,000 people per year. Median age around 33 years old. Fertility rate 2.02, which is just manageable, I would say, which is pretty much a sweet spot. 2.0, 2.1, 2.2 even, it is still manageable. Urban population around 76%. Now, as you can see, pretty much from the entire history of this country, people choose to live outside, but for some reason, they choose to multiply themselves in the country. So I cannot understand that. Why would you want to have like 6, 7 kids, and clearly things are not going great, and then you leave the country? What exactly did you do? What's the purpose? I can't understand those type of behaviors, but maybe it's just me. And in the future, the same problem is going to be living. People are leaving the country. Now, life expectancy here, around 74 years old for both sexes, female around 77, and males around 71. Infant mortality rate 15.5, and death under age of 5 18.9. So the medical system pretty much doesn't exist in this country. So yeah, this country here, Paraguay, far away from now, exists from numbers from Chile and Uruguay, the last two that we checked. So I expect some pretty nasty stuff here. Let's see. More numbers here. Religion, well, 95% Christianity pretty much. Other data I don't think I need it from this one. Demographic, as you can see, the base of the pyramid is shrinking, and from the until the age, I would say, of 26 28, we have some minor male surplus, but keep in mind a lot of those probably usually males are the first one to leave the country, and they wherever they stay, they choose to go, and things are going better, then they take the families with them. So yeah, kind of makes sense, this chart here. Then have a very small female surplus, then they go for a male surplus, and then female surplus by the end of the life, let's say like that. So yeah, the base is shrinking. Probably we're gonna follow again very soon with the declining population. We're gonna keep an eye on that, but by 2050 the population is still gonna grow, so not too soon. Economy, let's see this one. GDP 46 billion US dollar nominal, and PPP around 125 billion. So pretty steep increase there, pretty huge difference. GDP growth around 2.7 in 2024, 4.5, 3.5 in 2024. So not so well, I would say. For such a small economy, you need to have at least 10% per year in order to make it actually feel a difference. GDP per capita 7,300 US dollars, which is not enough, not even close. And PPP, yeah, around 20,000. Yeah, PPP okay, but still far away. Agriculture 18% almost, industry 27, and services 55, almost 55. So yeah, you can see that why they don't go that well. In 2020, inflation, they say 3.7. Well, not sure exactly how it is today, but doesn't go that well. 2017, again, the unemployment rate about 5.7%, which is still high but manageable somehow, I have to say. Now, export to Brazil, import still from the Brazil. If you are interested in that, just for the context, I would say. Well, look at this. Uruguay, very well country that's dealing with the corruption. Good for them. Paraguay on the other on the other end of the story. So let's see where the Paraguay actually goes. Oh God, Paraguay. What is this? Paraguay. Let me see. Paraguay, 24 points and minus 13. Oh my God. Yeah. Perceived as more corrupt. Well, a bit of history. Right here we look at 1935. Not that much changes since last time. Some problem with Bolivia, but not that huge one, I would say. Yeah, those are just pretty much very briefly history lessons. Pretty much, I can say they speak Spanish here 100%. Let me see if you can actually find where it is the language of the country. Did you even notice, or I didn't see it? Government official language, yeah, Spanish. Okay, Spanish colony, obviously. Now, the main event of the video. How? Fortunately, we have the border, which is some tremendous help here. Let's see how those people actually live. That it is important. Let's see them. Starting from wow, you already see a problem. We don't even have that many street views and 360, and you can see here we're gonna have this problem with Paraguay. What is the next country? Bolivia is gonna be the same problem. So those two countries, they don't do well in transparency this department, and probably that's why things are not going that well there. Okay, let's go with those 360 that we have. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's just in my mind. Maybe it's just me. This is from 2018, quite a while ago. I see some expensive cars. Those are cars using for farming, for farmers and farming. Yeah, nice landscape, pretty decent. Clearly, all of those are farming lands. Here in the north, that's pretty much all I can see. Most likely, it's gonna be some communities of people. Obviously, they're not gonna go that far away. It looks a bit like Australia here. They're not gonna. Let's see, they have some construction here. It's not going to be just a farm and nobody's going to live here for miles and miles, some kilometers. So yeah, makes sense. Yeah, probably all of those that are in this region, it's not going to work that well. Let's check this one. Okay, that one, you have a different story. You have some airstrip there. At some point it was, now it's not. This is 2019, just before pandemic. Then they have some letters here. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to say because I cannot see it. But it's a nice place. Ooh, we have something here, a small community. I thought it's gonna be a street view, not even close, just an airstrip with 360 here. Oh, they have the nice planes. Airstrip pretty good. Those are not so expensive cars, but still airplanes are not cheap. We have to go from above with those situations. They have some, I think, no, I don't think they're paved. No, they're not paved roads. I thought it's a paved roads. Pretty decent space between them, but again, now paved roads. Again, the medical system not so well. This is pretty much a border town, a bit jammed together here. Yeah, it doesn't look that well in Paraguay, but we have more here. Let's find. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a street view, but doesn't work. Or yeah, it doesn't work. Probably at some point it was something there, but they just got taken down or whatever. Here they have some paved roads. Probably here too. No, it's not, though. I don't think it's paved roads here, at least not from these satellite images. Oh, some rich guy here with a pool. But still, look at this. You are a rich guy with a pool here, whatever that is. You're still not having exactly a great life. You just jam it together with everyone else there. It does not look great. Clearly some government issues here with trust. I would say they don't allow those street views to come in a country and make them. That's a huge problem for transparency with me. It's just always, always it's gonna mean like they're hiding something. It's just the way it is. Clearly, from what I see so far, not even close to the standards that Chile and Uruguay has not even close. I mean, from what I saw so far, just by not having, again, allowing to have those street views, it's just tell me pretty much what I need to know. Yeah, they choose to show only what they wanted. Here there's pretty much no one on the street. It is a decent, sizable country. I mean, it's not a small one. Look at this. It's not a small country, but, and it's pretty much flat line here from what I can see. Let me check very quickly. Yeah, it's just pretty much flat land, so not pretty much all the land can be used, I would say. Some old car. This is 2017. Okay, this is the paved roads probably. Yeah, I'm not calling that a paved road no matter what, but probably in their book it is. Those guys here stay on the phones. Yeah, not exactly a great activity for such young people, I would say, in a country that doesn't do that well, but hey, everybody has the right to relax from time to time. I'm not gonna pick on that. Probably it's gonna be a short video. We can't see that much. Here is 2019, just before the pandemic. Same horrible cables. That pretty much it's a problem from everywhere in this region. Hopefully they're gonna change that here too. The road not so okay. Here is bad, but here it looks a bit decent. Urban construction not so well, I have to say. It's just not something that I will call very pleasant to and joyful for a life in this century. This one doesn't even work. Maybe some errors. Maybe just me here. Let me just make a refresh. It's not a good start. When you see those that get blocked, it's not a good start. So Paraguay, just give me the... Yeah, I don't want to see that. Wow, some huge problems here. Not even close, huh? Nah, I don't remember what it was. Let's just go with the satellite from above. Yeah, no paved roads from what I can see from these satellite images. A bit jammed together. They have a bit of green, which is nice. I give them that. See, they have some good things. They have a lot of greens around those houses, which is good. Same urban code, I would say, in this region. Straight streets, pretty much borrowed from Americans. And maybe you're gonna say that it's better, but no, it's not. It doesn't give you that much. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe it's in a valley, who knows. It doesn't give you that much individuality, I would say, and definitely can be done much better. It's much simpler to do it like that, but it can be done much better than this. This one probably they lane some new streets. Those land is gonna be pretty much for sale, or maybe they just give it away, who knows. Still, it's a country, the population is still growing pretty significant, I would say, for the size. Half of those lands should be just for one property, I would say, and the other half for one property. Now they just pretty much not insane. It'll be one from one property, but that's a bit too much. I have to recognize that. Just cut them in half. This is one property, that's the other one. Enough space for everyone. Clearly you have the space, there is no problem with that, but I don't know why it's not working. Oh, it's working, it's just doesn't look that well. Let's see here. At least we have some 360. I have to be grateful for that. At least we have some information to actually check them. Yeah, no paved roads whatsoever. I cannot imagine going here in the rain. Here on the main one they have some pavement. On the secondary one, not even close. People jam it together. The same way of constructing the straight lines, straight streets. Again, not the worst, but still not the best. This one, I have no idea what that was, but doesn't look in a great shape. Here, yeah, okay, it's a river, fine. What else can you show me? See, high level of corruption doesn't do that well to a country. Doesn't even work that. Let's go just from above for a second. Let's see how. Oh, they have a stadium here. That's pretty nice. At least from above, it looks pretty decent. I like those trees, so they have some things that are going well for them, I would say. Those are paved roads, not so bad. Those one, maybe they are too, but that whatever paved roads, what we saw earlier with that rock and dirt with dirt and some stones, I don't know what could call it that, maybe some Roman roads from the Roman Empire, something like that, close to that, I guess, but even not the same quality. Yeah, they have trees, which is nice. See, they looks, it just make it looks better when they have those trees. Can you imagine all those lands just with dirt roads, only the main road paved? Those, every single one of those be dirt road and no trees. It's gonna look 10 times worse. At least they have the trees. I would like to see more space between houses that are way too close. And clearly, look at this, they have the land. This is from the policy. Maybe, okay, this is the old town, let's call it like that. But with the new one, when you extend, just give more land, you have it. It should not be an issue, especially with the population, which is not that much for a pretty sizable country. Again, no street views, but at least we have those 360s. Again, we're gonna work with that. Here, those people, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. They swimming or something like that. Not so bad, you know. They don't have, it's pretty much a landlocked country. They don't have an open to the sea, and that is gonna take a toll on the economy. Usually it does. Not everybody can be Switzerland, but at least they have those rivers when you can actually go to swim, and they have those small beach. You can actually enjoy it. Oh, we have a street view. Probably not the best quality. Yeah, just from this guy on the scooter. Yeah, I'm not call this this is not even close to a paved road. Oh shit. Things not going well at all. Can see the differences. Pretty much neighboring country, close to each other. What is the difference between Uruguay and Paraguay? Huge difference. Absolutely day and night difference. And that you can only blame on people. And even Uruguay has twice less population, more than twice, than this country. And it started going down, and this country is still going up with population, and I don't see the reason why they go up with population when things looking like that. It's a mystery to me, but I guess maybe something wrong with me. Let's check this road, probably from the same guy with the scooter. Oh no, they have a car this time. What is that here? Rastria, Paraguay. This is 2025 January. Okay, maybe they just start to do those 360s. Good for them. This road, I'm not sure if you can actually call it a dirt road. It's pretty much a sand road here. You need to have some serious car to make sure that you don't get stuck in those type of roads. Clearly only by the pickup truck or a 4x4 with very well tires, very good tires. Here, a different story. Now, this road, I really like it. And this is the 2025 street view. It looks pretty good. The quality not so well of the 360, but the road is great. If they have all the roads like that, it will not be a problem. We actually say, okay, they have decent road. Maybe, starting from recent years, the Paraguay makes some changes now. But with that, so many people living, even like I say, even in Uruguay, I see some people leaving the country. Here, I can understand. And in Uruguay, yeah, maybe not the worst place. Obviously, compared with this one, that's paradise. Here, yeah, the road doesn't look that well, so maybe here they just start to improve it. I want to be a big optimistic. Maybe they get better, but judging by that corruption index, I don't keep my hopes up. When I see those corruption huge, just no thank you. It cannot end well. October 2024, the same car, the same logo. Yeah, so maybe they just start going on the street. From 2024 October until now, they should have more than what they done here, but maybe I am asking too much for them. Here, I kind of like it. Look at this. This is actually pretty nice. They have the properties here. They have all those nice trees here. The road doesn't look so bad. September 2023, okay, still pretty recently. I kind of like this one. This one I like it. So clearly they have an idea how they're supposed to build things and how supposed to done things. That is actually pretty nice with those huge trees. Yeah, those cables again, just no thank you. But they have those nice sidewalks here, nice houses. You know what? They're doing pretty well in this region. I'm not sure where exactly where they are. Let me check from above. So yeah, a bit jammed together, but at least they have a lot of trees. It's better. So they have some nice spots here too. So clearly they can if they want. It's not like they don't have anything here. They have some nice sweet spots here when you can actually see. Probably not everybody is gonna afford into living in that region there, but it was looking pretty nice. And even here, the road's not so bad. Here we have some sort of the highway, I guess. Let's check this one. Okay, not exactly a highway, but maybe from their standards it's gonna be a main road or something like that, and the secondary dirt road like that. So I don't know, don't have insurance, take that road. You have insurance, go on this one, which is not exactly a bad idea, huh? Let's see from above. This one a bit jammed together. Those are dirt roads. Yeah, same pattern, straight lines, not very. I'm still in Paraguay. Yeah, I'm still in Paraguay, right? I didn't fucked up. I didn't go outside the border. Okay, let's see this one. Let's see, maybe it's actually pretty good here. The road is pretty good. Those fences, not on my taste, but fine, I guess. This looks like a farm or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. They have some residential area here. Not so bad. They have some really nice spots here, but again, they can do better. 100% they can do better than this. Come on, let's check those ones here. Yeah, those apartment building, no thanks. Cables, no thanks. It feels like I'm a bit tougher now because I have, like we saw the Chile and Uruguay, and now the bar is high. We expect to see better, at least equal. And with this one, with Paraguay, exactly the opposite happened. So yeah, it's maybe I'm a bit tough on them, but it is from their own good. If, who knows, maybe nobody watching this video some and I'm talking about myself, but this is my opinion. This one, not so bad, not great either. Just don't feel it like it's something wow, but it's a nice beach. It's clean. Let's see, they have garbage on the beach? No, it's clean, which is good. See, they have some nice things going here. They have the nice sunset. This is 2017. Nobody even think of pandemic. Yeah, a bit of garbage here, but yeah, cannot blame anyone for that. It could be by the wind, it could be just somebody forgot him. Cannot blame anyone. It's clean, it's clean, that's for sure. It's clean. From above in the night sky, very decent. Again, the main problem I would say in this country is going to be that corruption. The medical system, God knows what the education system it is. I don't think I can add a metric for that, but it would be interesting to have. We have the medical system, we have the corruption, we have the unemployment, the GDP, but all of those numbers are clearly just to add context. They should not be taken as the absolute exact value. Just gonna add some context why we're gonna, because you see, we saw the numbers first and now we see how those people live. We see that they don't have that many street views. It just make a pattern, and clearly it shows, those numbers tells a story. When you check the country, things are not going great here, and we can see it with our own eyes in a way, even if it's this with this Google Street on 360 view. Yeah, it's just it's gonna light some she's gonna throw some light on the things, how things are going in these countries, and compare with others, neighboring countries with similar culture, with similar geography, similar position, same continent, neighbors, almost all of them. And in some countries things are going better, in others not so much. So yeah, well, we can see why. And I always, from when I make this video, I keep saying that the corruption is the number one reason things are not going that well in countries like this. It's called, when you have high corruption, things cannot go that well. Very rarely, maybe even not there, it's not going to go that well no matter what, because even if it looks decent with high corruption, clearly you could do much better without it. So yeah, here is 2021 pandemic year. Those houses, pretty nice, but judging by those fences, crime rate probably it's a bit higher. Those one looks pretty nice. So this not sure exactly, maybe it's the main, where is the main city? I think we are in this region. No, main city is right here. We're gonna look at that, Asuncion, I think they call it. We're gonna look at that in a second. This one is not the main city, but things are a bit better here. Again, those trash cans, whatever they are, it's just no thank you. They look horrible. I can see everything in them. The wind can blow them off. No thank you. Oh, things are going pretty well here. Oh yeah, that's an expensive house, even for whatever you want to go in the world. That's an expensive house by any standard. So I'm not sure exactly what those people do here, but they're doing pretty well. And on the other side of the house, they don't have a road. They have this Roman Empire leftovers, whatever you want to call it. Just doesn't look well at all. But they have here. They try to fix them. Probably locals try to fix them. Probably they got tired of just fixing the cars. Oh, here it's just not even close to a road. Cheap stuff. How should we call it? Not well for sure. Not well at all. Not that many trees. I like this line. See, not straight line. I start to like those lines. Just kind of boring to have. Maybe it's more efficient, but it's boring to have those streets. Yeah, garbage here. I don't like it. In a straight line, it's just yeah. Like I said, from start time, from when I start making those videos, I appreciate much more Europe. I give them much more respect now, since I saw how other people in other regions live. I think it's better here. It's just the way it is. The road here is pretty good. So this is 2021. Okay, they got that right. Good for them. Here, this road, not exactly a road. Yeah, you can see poverty. That's the way you can describe it. Just you see that 7,000 per capita and high corruption. Probably again lowering the corruption, things is gonna go well, but good luck doing that. What else can we find here? That's a nice land. Oh, that's a football field. Okay, those no roads whatsoever. Things not looking great. Let's go in a capital. Where that was? I think it was here. Oh, we have even some names here now. Okay. Wow, that's huge. And probably most of the population is gonna live in this area. So yeah. But let's see how well they live in this area. Is that good? It is better than in what we see so far? No. Those cables, absolutely horrifying. But the streets are pretty good. Okay, we have to say that too. I have no idea what was happening here. It looks like a robbery. They burned a tree here. It looks like the tree fell off the fence. They broke the fence. They broke the house. Yeah, it doesn't look that safe, I have to say. And judging by those bars here, it doesn't look well at all. Oh, we have an apartment building here. Let's check this one. Yeah, it doesn't look that well. And again, those bars, those looks like a lot of bars everywhere. It just feels like an abandoned house. 2025. Okay, very recently. Things are not going well. That's for sure. And this is the capital, by the way. Street view, Paraguay. Thank you for that. Shit. Sidewalk, just pretty much horrifying. Yeah, maybe we are in the bad neighborhood here, but hey, it doesn't matter. Like I always say we always go randomly on the map. I do not go first and check the good area, the bad areas, and then I just choose, okay, I'm gonna show the bad areas only, not the good ones. No, I go randomly on the map. What you see for the first time, it's what I see for the first time. So yeah, okay, don't like it here. Not that many trees, the road not so well, a lot of cables, the buildings, again, not so well either. It looks like empty here, just look like nobody's live here. What is happening here? No people on the street, and this is the main city, main town, whatever you want to call it. Not sure exactly what's happening in this building, but it doesn't seem to be used that much. And we are close into the downtown, I guess, here, just like in the suburbs, or I don't know, side areas. Yeah, those buildings, clearly it's not a decent life, not a well life. I can see why the migration always was on minus now. It paint a picture that I kind of expected to see. Oh, they have a nice stadium here. Ooh, pretty good. See, they have a lot of construction. I like those roofs. They are all in one color pretty much, which is nice. Somebody has a pool here. Somebody is rich here. But not that many trees. Very, very jammed together. Very, you cannot even breathe here. It's just the typical construction. Straight streets also. It looks abandoned. This building, it looks like from Syria. Just no thank you. They have a bus station. Yeah, this is the bus station. Can you see the bus station? No, you cannot see the bus station. But they have a bus. They have public transportation, which is good. Those cables, such a trademark for South America. What else can we see here? Yeah, the road not in a good shape. 1.6 billion cables crossing this building. I have no idea what happened with this tree, but doesn't have a good day. This apartment building, whatever that is, doesn't look great. This one doesn't look great. This is the middle of the town almost. Look at this. The only one that we have some street view. It looks like a middle to me. I'm not sure exactly, maybe I'm mistaken, but maybe it's in somewhere else. The center of the town, but it looks like center of the town to me. They have the main stadium here, probably it's close to that. Let's check those 360 on the stadium. Maybe the stadium looks absolutely impeccable. It could have it. It could happen. Okay, it's not even close. Maybe it's not the main stadium. It's just, oh my god, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. Maybe it's not the main stadium. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they have a better one. Oh, they have here. See, maybe this one is the main one. Maybe this one actually looks better. Not even close. Okay, let's move on. What else? What else? Ooh, let's see this one. Maybe this is one, the center of the town. I keep trying to find the good things here. It doesn't work to me. This building not looks so well. The road here, decent. This is the bus station. This is 2025 January. It looks pretty decent. I have to say, it looks pretty good. And clearly they love football here. They have pretty much a stadium every block or something, or every 2 blocks they have a stadium. Yeah. What is the crime rate in this country? I'm curious, because South America is kind of notorious for murder rate. Especially here in Europe, that's pretty much what they show for them. That's the main story from South America. Oh, we have some pools there. Somebody's rich there. Good for them. Yeah, parking in a car like that on the sidewalk, not a good sign. But again, look at it. They don't have that much parking space. They jam it together, all of them, and doesn't look so well. But fortunately, there seems to be a lot of abandoned buildings that they can demolish and extend the land to those people who actually have a residential property in the area. Good for them. I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to fool with those roads. They're not a paved roads, for God's sake. It's just not even close to that. But I don't know what they're trying to pull with that. Cars here. Okay, cars. We didn't look at cars. Not so bad, not so great. This fence, a lot of money for nothing. But again, I don't know the crime rate here. Ooh, that's a nice house. See, they can do it. No fence, no nothing. It could be nice, but the sidewalk is just not so well, and the road is pretty much missing. This is again February 2025. Okay, pretty good. Ooh, that's a nice house too. Look at this. Some of those people doing pretty well. Now, I'm not sure exactly why they they choose to build, let's say, the sidewalk. This is pretty much a city issue, a city property. You cannot, especially here in Europe, you cannot modify in front of your house, only inside your property, which makes sense here. I don't know, maybe it's a different rules. Those houses are actually pretty good, so those people are living pretty well here. But look at this. Oh, even those guys, look at this house. That's amazing. But look at the front of the property. Just chop the tree. Those beans here, whatever it's a barbecue, I have no idea. They don't have a road in front of the yard. No idea what's happening here. It looks pretty bad. Things are not going that well, but they have pools here, so those are rich people. Maybe those actually, oh, look at this. Maybe those actually are the rich neighborhoods here. Look at this. Everybody has a pool here. Almost everybody has a pool, so let's check them. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe just hiding here. But let's face it, if I am rich in Paraguay, I would want to have at least a road when I go home. If you buy, let's say, I'm not sure exactly what, if you buy a Porsche here, maybe they can afford a Porsche if you afford those houses here. I have no idea what the property prices is. But if you afford to buy a Porsche or even a brand new car, I do not want to make the suspension work on that car in the first year, because with those roads, I can expect that to keep my car in the shop for the 1 month every 10 months that I drove that car. So yeah, it does not look that great, and it's just like I said, those are not paved roads. You don't fool anyone. Although the streets, it could be very nice, and the quality of those street views are just absolutely horrifying, especially from 2025. I see street views from 10 years ago, from 2015, that look 10 times better than this one. So you have to step up your game. with those street views. I appreciate that we have something to check them, but still, it's 2025. You can have that bad quality. Ooh, this is an apartment building. You know what? Those apartment buildings are actually not so bad. I have to say, not that many stores. Maybe a bit, maybe 1-2 more stores. I would say like 2 stores, maybe top 3 if it looks great. This one, I think it's decent. It's manageable. I can live without for very few buildings, not that many. Still, individual house much better. This is only allowed just like in the center of the town. I only allow that. Those bins here, yeah, we saw those in Pacific. Doesn't, my opinion, doesn't have any purpose. Yeah, those garbage here, no thank you. Same problem with cables. There are some good things too. Like I said, they have some of the roads are pretty decent. Clearly here that the rich people were there, because I see the pools. It cannot be cheap here to have one of those pools, but for some reason where those rich people live, they seems to have no roads, which is kind of strange to me. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. This is the capital. This is how probably the most people live, and it is huge. Let's check. Look how many they are. 7 million people growing, and look how many houses they are. Whew. Those are huge numbers. See, when you have more people, it's much tougher to manage. But for 7 millions, I have no idea who made those 360s. Come on. Like I said, with 3 million that we saw, 3 million and something in Uruguay, way better life here. More rich, obviously, but still, even the planning, the way they, yeah, it was better. We're gonna stay a bit here. Just maybe I mixed the good parts. You know, maybe I was lucky enough to find only the bad ones. That's why I want to stay a bit to see more. Roads here pretty good. See, I give you that. They have a Shell petrol station. I think it's a Shell. It's a Dutch company. I don't remember exactly. So probably a European one. We are quite far away from the city. They have the airport here. Let's check the road. Probably it's gonna be a good one. Let's face it. Let's go to the airport. Has to be at least that. Yeah, see, pretty good road. I like that. Some houses here. Again, some pools here around it. So things are looking well for those people here. Let's check those one. It's a highway probably, or a main road. Yeah, 2014 December. Pretty good. The road is nice, but everything on the side of the road, it just doesn't appeal me in any way, shape or form. Doesn't look good. Yeah, I have to say, it doesn't look good. Just, let's check those one. Maybe this one is better. Okay. The road is good, I give you that. The land seems to be, those yards, those properties seems to be a bit bigger. This one's actually pretty nice. Here is not so bad. Compared with what we saw so far, it's not so bad. We have some club sport. Guaran. 13 de Julio de, I think it's a 1550. Or 1950, no, 1550. My God, that was a bit too way back. Now, things are looking actually pretty decent here. I like this house. I like this fence. Not a big fan, but at least it's decent. The point of that fence, it doesn't give you privacy. It's just for who knows, maybe from keeping away the animals. Yeah, you can see it is poverty. It's just as much as you wanna hide that, at some point just you can't. Here things are looking, I think it's looking better outside the main city than in the main city, in my opinion. So far it looks better here. This is 2022, by the way, so who knows, maybe by now they actually improve it. They're living much better than those people in the capital. For 7 million people in a country like this with not that much probably opportunities, again, people are leaving. Clearly things are not going that well. The same way of planning with those straight streets doesn't appeal to me anymore. It's a no thank you. Here at least they have a road, not that well, but still they have something much better than they have in those rich neighborhoods in the main city. What else can we find? Well, Paraguay, you know what, it's definitely lacking in opportunities, urban planning, medical system, roads, infrastructure, but they have also some decent things in some areas. But yeah, with that high corruption, if the corruption is going down and population is going down, I can see a decent future. But with those numbers pretty much up, no thank you. I can see why those people just lost their hope. And this is actually pretty nice here. Ooh, what is this? That's an interesting device. Looks nice. Yeah, I can see why people just choose to just probably the last hope that things are gonna get better in their lifetime. That's important to say, because people say, oh, it's gonna get better. Yeah, it's gonna get better next century. But in my lifetime, no, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, they have a nice terrace here, bar, Stellar Artois, main sponsor, clearly doing well here. They have some decent areas. Not everything is bad, but clearly, yeah, with those, maybe the government doesn't block those street views. It just maybe they didn't have an interest to make them. But I kind of highly doubt that in a way, because come on, we see other smaller countries with better street view than they have. This is 2020, just in a pandemic year, November 2020. I kind of like this street. I don't like those cars outside the properties. I never do, but maybe it's just me. No pools in this area, so maybe it's not exactly for the rich here. Oh, they have one here, but probably it's for a bar or something like that. Yeah, the same way of planning, copy the Americans, the US, with straight streets. Yeah, it is happening in those new countries, new continents. I mean, just they have like 500-year history, European history, let's call it. They have the time to build the cities for, let's say, efficiency, or cars, or whatever you want to call it. Definitely, I believe it is more efficient than, let's say, than Europe, but I would not trade efficiency in this regard for the beauty of the streets in Europe. Even in Europe, they have some problems also, but I believe we can make it better in the future. You know, like have a nice round streets, round neighborhoods with a better planning and a better look. Still decent in the efficiency department. Those straight ones, just it's an expensive. The Mercedes right there, it's an E-Class convertible. That's expensive. 2024, still expensive. Probably something like that's gonna cost you in Europe around 10,000-12,000 euros. In Germany maybe less, but the rest of the continent in a decent shape, not in a pristine showrooms look. What else can we find? Okay, we kind of we saw a lot in this. Which country is this one? I think it's Argentina there, but we checked that. Like I say, at some point I'm gonna go back to those countries that we didn't see them in detail, and we're gonna remake those videos. But until then, we're gonna finish every single country that I have left. Yeah, things not that well. Especially here in the main area, let's call it, and where the money are. Here we don't have union clothes. Here they don't have pavement on the streets. 2 colors on the roof. Okay, not a big deal. A bit jammed together. I hope they have a hospital, which is good. I hope at least that they're gonna have like clean running water and sewage, stable electric power, good internet speeds, which I highly doubt that, the last one, to at least have some sort of and a good education. But again, probably the same story. The medical system, we saw it not so well, but at least they can, I don't know, educate themselves if the government doesn't do a great job. Now I can see them from above, but I can get closer, I can, what the fuck. Okay. Oh, no fires to cover, no helmets on the road. I like that, you know, no helmets, everybody's from themselves. I didn't, there is some garbage here, yeah, but not, we saw some countries much worse, so it is so far at least pretty decent in this department. I didn't check in that much. I mean, when I can see them, things are not going that well. It's just, that's the last thing on my mind. Here is the decent road 2022. It looks good. Again, flat country. It's not like Chile, but we check Uruguay, and Uruguay is pretty much the same geography, and Uruguay looks much better, let's face it. I can compare Uruguay with Paraguay. Just look 10 times better with lower population. See, more efficient people, and much lower corruption. Probably, where is the corruption index? The less corrupt the less corrupt countries in entire South America. Yeah, they should be pretty proud of that. It's not an easy task, but also they have to maintain it. You cannot just say it. You never ever stop fighting corruption. Oh, we see that right in the same spot, huh? Yeah, I guess we saw probably the main population is going to be in the southern part of the country, as we can see here with those 360. But if we choose to go randomly on the map, we can find some construction here and there. This is probably a cattle farm or whatever they have here. At least it looks like that to me. Probably that's they have a lot, not a main problem, the main sector in economy, but still farming. Look at this. It's still a lucrative business, and here in the north part of the country, it seems like they have those lands for exactly that, for cattle, for cereals, maybe for feeding the animals, and then butcher them and sell them to the higher bidders. I don't know. Oh, let's check this one. It looks like from above it looks pretty nice. Probably those people that have farms, they're doing pretty well here, just far away from overpopulation parts of the country. This one seems to do pretty well. I mean, look at this nice pool. It could be pretty nice. Some of them they're doing pretty well here, I guess. I hope so. At least somebody has to do pretty well in any country. There is no way. I can't wait to go in Africa and see the differences between them. Probably gonna find some people that are doing tremendous, and most of them they're doing absolutely horrible, but hey, that remains to be seen, you know. Here they have probably a petrol station with the general store. The road is actually pretty decent. See, they have, let me clear the map. I don't like it when I have that many things working here. Yeah, that is much better. It looks much clean to me. Clearly you can see a hole here in Paraguay compared with other states around them. What was, I think, Bolivia, or what was next one? Yeah, Bolivia is gonna be the same story most likely, but we're gonna have obviously on the main city right there, we're gonna have some street views and more detail. Yeah, here, what can I say about Paraguay? I don't know, I don't see them well. I don't see them well because the corruption index is way too high. I don't see them well because population is going up. I don't see them well because I didn't see a part of the country where things are doing better. Some significant, some sort of example that we can do that too. They have that small part there with that nice streets and a bit more houses, but that is not enough for changing, in my opinion. Because things, let's face it, don't do that well. It doesn't go that well. Here they have some paved roads, which is pretty nice, a bit jammed together, more green, which is good. But a lot of those roads are dirt roads, and those, like I said, those fake paved roads probably is gonna do a lot of damage to your car. So you're gonna spend a lot of money, I would say, in suspension department of your car, and also a lot of hours or days in a shop with your car. Even if you trying to fix yourself, maybe you still have to wait probably for the parts and spend money on them, which is clearly not, they don't have that much disposable income to not worry about those stuff, I would say. Yeah, overall I would say, if you want to visit Paraguay, just go to Uruguay. It's gonna maybe much better, even much safer, obviously, most likely, especially in the main city. Just it's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, Maybe they can do better with time. Yeah, I hope that for them. It's just I always like to see those countries going better and better. They will do better with time, but not enough. Like I said, not enough to justify remaining in the country. That's why probably a lot of those people are choosing to leave. The worst mistake that can you do here, I would say, go in other country to work and then send money back to build something here in a country that is not going to have a near future that well, and you only pretty much block your money. If you choose to go in other country and work, think long and hard about that, moving entirely in that country. It's gonna be tough, but probably most likely it's gonna be a much better bet and a much better decision. Why go in the same place again than remaining in countries like this? This is a story with Paraguay. Probably is gonna have much more than that. Yeah. Uruguay seems pretty good to me. I kind of like it there. I find really nice things there, and Chile even better. They're doing even better there. And Chile, it's a much bigger country, and again, I was saying much nice. I mean, Uruguay is nice enough, but again, it's a small here in the flat land. Chile, it's much more diverse in that department. So yeah, I think that's Paraguay. If you're living in this country, I cannot wait. If you want to comment how things, especially if you live there, or even if you're going on vacation there, how things are actually there on the ground level. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I misinterpreted something. Maybe I don't know. You don't like my opinion and you have a different one. Just say in the comment how things really are there. Is it seems you can see the light of the end of the tunnel? Are things going better? I mean, you don't try to say that things are going better than 20 years ago. Yeah, usually it does better. It's not like a huge, let's say, improvement, unless something horrible got wrong, like a war, something like that. But yeah, from above, what I can see, and comparing with the closest country that we saw so far with Uruguay, not exactly a border country, I have to say, now I see it, not a border country, but still very close to each other. Things are going not so well for Paraguay, I would say. We have some I can appreciate those 360, even here in the middle of nowhere we have some information to see them. Pretty good. Even it looks pretty nice. We have a Copa Americana. What is that? They have, look at this, some nice lands. Those cars are not cheap, by the way, probably from farmers. They have some decent ones too, but not a level, and try not even think about it comparing this country with, let's say, West Germany. Let's face it, come on. And that's the level of civilization that you could be with less corruption. Even better, hey, you can actually surpass anything if you want. You can do even better than many countries in Europe. Clearly, Uruguay, in my opinion, does do better than many countries in Europe. Chile, the same. I mean, they have examples there that you can too. It's not impossible. It's not mission impossible here. So yeah, I think that's the video. Check the other ones that I make. Leave some comments, give your opinion. If you didn't know, you just watch the videos for the first time, you didn't know about even those countries actually exist, tell the opinion, how things are there, how you see them with your own eyes, and what's your opinion. It's good, it's bad, how things are in those small South America, not exactly small countries, but country in South America. So yeah, check the other videos and see you next time.